Yes, that's a decade of nastiness coming out of a used office chair. But here's the thing, this might actually be the solution to your problem. If your back is killing you at the end of every workday, you already know that you need a better chair. So you did the research and you found the answer, the Steelcase Leap. Then you saw the $1,400 price tag and thought, that is not happening. Now I'm always scouring Facebook Marketplace for deals. Between my at-home style Rob's Refurbs and seeing the pro-grade restoration next door at the BTOD shop, I've spent some time in both worlds. If you want the inside scoop on how to actually save money on a used chair, I'm your guy. I recently found this Leap V2 on Marketplace for $220. So today, I'm going to show you how to take a cheap find and fix it up to look and feel just like new. So here's the story on this Marketplace special. It was located about 90 miles away from me. To make matters worse, we just had a record-breaking snowfall here in Wisconsin. I didn't really want to make the drive in a blizzard, so I reached out to Travis, our website guy here at BTOD. He lives closer to the seller and was happy to pick it up for me. Now that it's here, I'm getting a better idea of why it was only $220. It is possible to get a cheap Leap or Amia on Marketplace and restore them, but you need to be prepared for what you might find. Looking at this frame though, it is in amazing condition. When you see a frame this solid with no major issues, it makes the chair an ideal candidate for a makeover. When I first looked at this chair, gross was the first thing that came to mind. Travis was actually like, "Are you sure you want me to buy this?" The seat and back pad are in pretty rough shape. There are definite stains and snags in the fabric that will only get worse over time. And honestly, who knows what kind of farts are trapped inside the foam after years of use. There's definitely a wide range of what you'll find on the used market, like the Amia I refurbished a while back, or even the Aeron Classic mesh chair. They all have that who knows what hiding inside. Sometimes a good professional cleaning can do a lot of good. So I brought this chair over to the BTOD shop to hit it with the pro-level upholstery wand. Even with just a few passes, you could already see the dirty water being pulled out. While the seat does look cleaner after doing that, I'm still grossed out knowing how much filth was living inside those cushions. It is really difficult to truly deep clean inside the chair pads at home. Even if you get the surface stains out, the fabric is often faded and the foam has lost its structural integrity. You're not going to get that factory fresh feel by just scrubbing. You can't scrub away a decade of compressed foam. Now, I keep saying a decade of use, but let's find out how old this chair actually is. Looking at the sticker here, this is a 2010, so that explains a lot. I'm an art major, so I'll try to figure out the math here, but that is 16 years old. After seeing the fabric snags and the poofy arm pads, there were already some telltale signs that this was an older version of the chair, and I knew this would need more than just a scrub. You can also see these white marks on the arm pads where the plastic is starting to degrade. Finding out it's from 2010 really sealed it for me here. I've decided the best route is to completely replace the pads. If the fabric was in better condition, I might have tried the full cleaning route, but at some point it's not worth the labor. So let's get this back over to the studio and finish the overhaul. I'm going to start by pulling off the pads. So now that these pads are gone, we can't ignore the frame. Since the chair is stripped down, it's a good time to make the plastic and the base really shine. You don't need to use anything fancy, just some simple cleaners and a microfiber cloth. A quick wipe down on the adjustment knobs and the base made a massive difference, taking that dusty look away. I'm also vacuuming through the internal parts. You'd be amazed at the hair and crumbs that can kind of settle inside the mechanism over a decade. I'm going to use a BTOD full replacement pad kit for this transformation. This isn't some kind of slip cover, you're getting brand new high density foam and new upholstery. Thankfully, I'm also not stuck with that drab corporate gray it came with. I'm switching to this blue fabric and it right away makes the chair pop. The set's easy to install. The back pad just clicks into the frame with a J-channel and locking tabs, while the seat slides right onto the rails. As you can see, this already looks like an entirely new chair, but sometimes other parts need replacement. It's time for that final boss, which is replacing the cylinder. I noticed a lot of gunk on the cylinder, which was making the height adjustment finicky. Also, the chair didn't want to rotate like it should. I maybe could have waited for a full failure to happen later down the road, but since we're working on the rest of the chair, it felt like the time to do it right now. Because they are held in place by friction fit, it can be difficult to break these loose sometimes. It takes some muscle and a pipe wrench, but it's definitely doable. On this Leap, these poofy arm pads were awful, so I'm swapping those out for some fresh ones. I'm also going to swap out the casters. These old ones were full of the usual hair and dirt, which creates some friction when moving. We do sell a parts kit including these 3 high wear components. Linked below is a video showing how to replace all of them. That amazing blue Leap I was sitting in at the start of the video, that was the $220 marketplace special. A little help from Travis, some replaced parts, and I have a custom Steelcase Leap V2 that looks and sits like brand new. Now you might get lucky and find a chair that only needs a $0 at-home refurb. It's possible, and I've done it before. But if you find one that has some gross pads like this one, you're probably not going to be satisfied with the simple vacuum and wipe down. Replacing the pads will be the only way to go. And if the chair needs new pads and parts, it's only going to be worth buying if you can get it for a really low price. Otherwise, you might end up finding more value in a full refurbished chair. Plus, then you're getting a full warranty. When you DIY, you end up being the warranty. So good luck on your hunt, and let me know in the comments if you found any great deals.